Welcome back guys to my Red Dead Redemption 2 news series. So today I'm going to be going over 50 brand new facts about this game from the recent gameplay demo that a very select few press outlets were able to experience. I believe it was around a 45-minute gameplay demo they received. Some of the facts I'll be covering also came from the guys at GTA forums. They were thankfully able to translate a few of the foreign articles into English so I can bring you guys even more facts. And without further ado, let's crack on with these facts because there's quite a lot to go through. So up first, there's going to be a single playable protagonist. Arthur Morgan has been confirmed to be our main lead and our only main character, so there's going to be no more character switching like in GTA 5. The leaked early development map several years ago still proves to be real as more place names and locations are confirmed. The map will have a great range of locations, everything from swamps, snowy regions, mountains, rivers, forests. It's going to have industrial towns and also a city. Your outfit is customizable. Sometimes the missions will actually require you to change your clothes. Your hair and facial hair will actually grow over time, so you'll need to cut it if you want to keep it managed, I guess. And you can actually customize your facial hair, such as what kind of moustache you want. So the days of entering a barber and leaving with more hair than you had before you went in, like in GTA, is over. And in Red Dead Redemption 2, you're going to have to sit and wait for your hair to grow back until you get another cut. If you lose your hat in a shootout, you'll have to go back to that location to grab it, otherwise you'll need to buy a new one. If you go inactive in-game, your character will sit down. The game is going to have an honor system that's going to affect the environment around you, similar to how it worked in Red Dead Redemption 1. Hunting is going to be a huge part of the game for providing for your camp, and also for making money from your pelts. Hunting with a bow will make your kill more valuable, so it's going to be worth more money if you sell it at a butcher's, and I guess it's going to be worth more food when you take it back to your camp. Kind of like in Far Cry, how if you shoot the animals with bullets, they won't be as valuable as if you use your hunting bow. When you kill an animal, you're going to have two options. You can either skin the animal in a brutal cutscene, or you can store it on your horse for transport. So you'll see in the screenshot, you can throw it back on the back of your horse and take it back to a nearby town to sell or back to your camp. Rotting also exists in the game, so you can't keep your meat for too long before it starts to degrade and will impact its worth. So I guess keep your meat while it's fresh. When hunting animals, you can actually injure the animals and they'll try and escape from you, and you have to follow a trail of blood to reach them. And apparently the injured animals have been described as quite brutal injuries, and they will actually make distress noises as they die. Horses in Red Dead Redemption 2 will be more permanent mounts and not as disposable as they were in Red Dead Redemption 1. The more you use your horse, you will actually grow the relationship and trust, improving its stats and performance. When trust with a horse reaches a certain level, it will no longer run away from threats such as wild animals or gunfire, so having a bond with your horse is actually going to make it a more useful in every day-to-day usage. You can whistle on your horse, but it will only come back to you if it's nearby. Having a higher trust and bond with your horse will allow it to hear your whistle from further away. Different horse breeds have different personalities, and they're going to react to the environment and different situations in different ways. Perhaps certain horses are better for running, they're faster, have more stamina, and then other builds of horses are maybe more tanky and can absorb some damage without dying. If your horse gets injured, it can actually bleed out and you'll have to go and buy medicine to heal it, otherwise your mount will die and you'll have to restart the bonding process. NPCs will react to you if you have dead animals stored on the back of your horse, or even a bounty. You can store all of your weapons on your horse, so if you have any big heavy weaponry, you can store those on the back of your horse. When killing some enemies, there will be kill cams. Deadeye mode returns to Red Dead Redemption 2, similar to how it worked in the first game, where you can slow down time and pinpoint targets where you want to hit them. You'll have to unlock this ability to use it. NPCs will have dynamic reactions if you're currently wielding a weapon, kind of similar to Watch Dogs. If you pull out your weapon and have your pistol out, the NPCs are going to be a little bit on edge with the fact that you have your weapon out. Otherwise, if you have your weapon holstered, they're less likely to be intimidated. In the story, we found out that Dutch brought Arthur under his wing from a young age, which kind of explains their close relationship. Arthur's role in the gang is the chief enforcer, and he's going to be Dutch's right-hand man. So we're going to be responsible for keeping things together. The story is going to be centered around honour and loyalty. The camp is going to be your home base, and this is where your community lives. You can create relationships with all of the gang members individually and go off and do side missions individually as well as do other missions with them together. You are responsible for your people, and it is your duty to check back at the camp and provide them with food and supplies. It is, however, an optional activity to contribute to the camp. You can also choose to ignore the camp community and they won't die off if you go off and do your own thing for a while, but they might get a little bit angry and start complaining about you when you come back. If you are bringing back supplies and food for your camp, you will receive some kind of rewards. Each member in the camp will have their own purpose in the community. Maybe their role will be to clean clothes or collect wood or help each other out. Cutscenes will change depending on how much you help the gang, so if you have a better relationship with them, cutscenes might end in a different way. Many characters from Red Dead Redemption 1 will be appearing again in Red Dead Redemption 2 in lots of different ways. There's going to be many connected stories between the two games. There's no breaks between the gameplay and story missions for immersion into the game world. Red Dead Redemption 2 can be played as a standalone game, so you can completely follow the story without ever having touched Red Dead Redemption 1. Every NPC in the world has their own purpose and work schedule. NPCs will react differently to you depending on your choices in the world, so if you choose to be a hostile player, the world can be hostile back at you, so you have to remember your kind of overall compass of what kind of player you want to be and what you kind of want to be known as by the overall community. There's going to be a few different options to interact with NPCs, such as greet, antagonize, or even rob them. Farmers won't like it if you travel through their farmland. You can make the decision if you want to deal with situations that you come across either peacefully or forcefully, potentially with consequences. If you shoot people, you're going to get a bounty on your head, similar to a wanted level in this game. There's going to be a circular mini-map in Red Dead Redemption 2, and some parts of the HUD are completely customizable, so you can turn these off if you want more immersion into the game. The foliage in the game has actually been handcrafted, that's why it looks so amazing, and it's been hand-placed. While you're exploring the world, you can actually hear flies buzzing around you. The footprints from your horses can make puddles of water if it rains. Animal corpses will eventually rot, and the smell will attract predators. You can rob banks and choose the strategy on how you want to rob them, how you want to distract them and make your entry. The safes inside of them can also either be cracked or blown up with TNT. And the last fact I have for you guys, number 50. We now know what the official box art is going to look like for Red Dead Redemption 2, as it's now on the pre-order page. So this, guys, is the final box art for the game. This is what the game's going to look like if you pick up the physical edition of the game. And I've got to say, this is a very awesome cover. I'm a big fan of this one over the kind of previous ones we had as the placeholder. So that was 50 facts about Red Dead Redemption 2. If you guys are excited about this game, please take a few seconds to leave a like on the video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future updates. I'll be keeping you guys up to date with all of the breaking news. Thanks for watching to the end, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.